And I wanted to get this one out the way. This video, um, for the ones that have been subscribed and following this channel, when these fighters cheat, we report on it. We try to get as much information as we can to see how detrimental these steroids are to the health of the fighter, and analyze also the damage that they've accumulated on their opponent. But this Francisco Rodriguez guy who fought Galal Yafai about 2 weeks ago, they discovered he had performance enhancing drugs in the system. It was some kind of over the counter shit that he took. I read the article, and right now we're at a situation where this guy Rodriguez defense is he accidentally ingested this this booster. This is supposed to be something that's going to boost his cardio and give him, the energy and stamina that he needs to apply pressure and walk down your opponent like how he was doing Galal Yafai, and have that advantage. But what's so crazy, not only did he do um, PEDs for this fight, he did PEDs for his previous fight, in which that fight was ruled a no contest. And this guy has been getting the green light of approval through the WBC organization, um, headed by Mauricio Sulaiman, president. I knew it though. I already knew that this guy, Francisco Rodriguez, was going to have some, lame excuse. And I already knew that the WBC was going to um, accept the excuse. Um, the WBC says they accept and they believe that he didn't do this on purpose, even though VADA has a list of banned substances. And even though this guy has juiced before, you know, if I'm not mistaken, this might be his third time overall. But this guy, for Francisco Rodriguez, keeps getting the benefits of rankings to contend for world titles. Um, not only that, not only do they accept his excuse, the WBC orders an immediate rematch, man, and just puts this guy on probation. Like, look, man, just don't do it again. But you're gonna get another opportunity to fight Galal Yafai, um, to possibly win that world title. Since we gotta take it from you, but you get a chance to win it back. I'm really I'm appalled, man. I am shocked. I knew this was gonna happen, but it's just like at this point, it's looking very suspicious in the sense that it seems like steroids are being weaponized now for certain favorite fighters, and they're able to get off because um a lot of you are extreme fans, possibly, of Francisco Rodriguez. That might be your guy, but truth of the matter is he's not everybody's guy. Um, this guy Galal Yafai has people that support him as well. He went into that outing. He went into that matchup undefeated. He was an undefeated fighter, and he was the champ defending his world title. The challenger, who had juiced in his previous fight, gets an opportunity to go into a championship fight juiced up. And then after he's discovered to be a juiced up fighter, he's given not even a slap on the wrist. They just like, oh, okay, you did it. It was accidental, man. You didn't mean it. It's okay. We'll give you another opportunity. We're not gonna suspend you. We're gonna put you on a little probation. Just watch the labels next time. You know, watch the labels next time. But we're gonna reorder the fight. We're gonna order an immediate rematch. And guess what? I guarantee you, if Galal Yafai declines it, they're going to just say, all right, well, we're just going to order Francisco Rodriguez to fight somebody else for the vacant interim, WBC interim. And this is a result of there's not a world governing body in boxing, something, a system, a system in place to govern all of the commissions and the governing and the sanctioning bodies to be fair and just. There's no fairness and there's no justice in when it comes to like Galal Yafai and these guys that are getting punished in there by juiced up inferior boxers, man. These inferior boxers are juicing up and they're getting in there with fighters who actually are working hard and passing their VADA test. And then when they actually are discovered to be cheaters, they're not punished at all. They're given passes, man. So I mean, we're in a state of boxing where there's a lot of cheaters that are just running rampant. We know what side is coming from. You gotta meet the connection for the complexion and for your direction to keep going up and be able to get these favorable rankings, favorable titles, um, be in these situations to where you can do whatever it is you need to do in training camp so that it's just a victory. Some people are lust for the spotlight. Some people lust for a certain group or complexion to be at the top, and they'll do it by any means necessary, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the situation that we are analyzing. I seen that there was an interview, I think, that Eddie Hearn did. I haven't watched it yet, but I would like to see his thoughts on his fighter being pretty much, it's like being spit in your face, man. You know, get spit in your face. Like this dude brought a weapon to the fight. You know, I was at it, Goliath fight went into the fight against an opponent who literally had a weapon, you know, who had an extra edge and advantage. And he got to suffer for that. You know what I mean? He got he got punished, he got humiliated in front of his country, he got the belt taken, and then instead of, you know, just giving him his rightful respect for doing it the respectable way, not cheating, not cutting corners, you know, they said, all right, look, man, we're going to give it a no contest, but you're going to have to take the immediate rematch. I know you got punished by this cheater, but you got to fight the cheater again. So this guy, Goliath, is just supposed to hope and wish that this guy's going to go in there and do it the fair way. When he showed on three other situations that in three other scenarios showed that he can't do it. He can't do it without the advantage, you know? So I guess we should subtract this cheater off Reynoso's list. I guess. Since WBC is giving it a pass, since the WBC say that the over-the-counter drug that he took, over-the-counter shit that he took was accidental. So is that what it is now? Does that apply to everybody now? WBC? They could just say, hey man, I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't even know that was an accident. That works now in the sport of boxing when these dudes get hit upside the head for a living. Or is it only a certain, you know, fighters that you have favoritism for that can get away with that? It's checkmate, man. It's checkmate. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep up with this. Hold on one second. All right, hold up. At the end of the day, this is going to continue, man. This is going to continue. Cheaters need to just run to the WBC. If you want to be, if you want to, if your motto is cheat to compete, the WBC is where you need to be at. You know what I'm saying? Have your money right and have them steroids, you know, on deck and be ready to entertain and perform, you know? So it's easy to try to push Tom and Jerry when Tom is juiced up, you know? But once again, this was also on Turkey Al Sheikh's card. How does he feel about the fighter who cheated on his card? How does he feel about that? You know, how does he feel about possibly working with Francisco Rodriguez going forward. How does he feel about that? How do you feel about Tom being juice to the gills? You know, it don't matter, huh? I guess as long as you pressing forward, walking through punches, and not taking a backward step, I guess you're all right. Juiced or not, it's okay. But if you're using defense, footwork, in and out, hit and not get hit, I guess that's Jerry. You know, that's not good enough. Um, Jaime Munguia is also a pending situation. Also out of the Reynoso camp. I guess the blueprint is out for Jaime Munguia. Just do what Francisco did. Hey man, I didn't even know it was that shit in there. I didn't know. It was an accident. Shit, I didn't do this shit on purpose. You know. Hey, I guess that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And I know some of y'all gonna say, hey man, shut up. You hater. You mad because Francisco Rodriguez is a champ or get to fight again for a belt. You know? It only got one word to people that think like that. Block. You know, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Block. You know? So yeah, man. Once again, apparently the 3-strike rule don't apply in boxing. Because you can cheat 3 times in a row and get rewarded in your next fight. But you know what? You got a payday coming up in this immediate rematch. Titles on the line. And you're just on probation. Even though you've done this shit 3 times. So congratulations, Francisco. You know, you have finagled out of this situation. Once again, back-to-back, too. Back-to-back fights, no contest. You know? And it's amazing how these commissions, you know, will be allowing shit. You know, they have different rules and stuff. One commission rules can apply in one state, and in a whole nother state, it don't even matter. I'm like, all right, whatever. He cheated in Phoenix, nigga. We in New York now, or whatever. They could just say that. It's a different commission. They ain't got nothing to do with us. They allow these cheaters to just go and whoop heads, man. Go from one opponent to the next one. Juice the fuck up. You know, beating hella opponents with this hep shit. I can't pronounce the drug that this fool had in him. But yeah, man, Superman energy. Superman energy. You know, walking through punches. Probably don't even feel punches. You know? So shout out to him, man. You got some good stuff. Had some good stuff. But like I always give it up, you know. Flame of shame. Flame of shame. At this point, man, it's disgusting, bro. This is disgusting, man, to watch and to witness and to see people that actually applaud this shit and get on board with this type stuff. You know, it's a sad situation, man. The inferiority complex with people that just have to cheat to compete. You know, people that just don't know how to work hard, lazy motherfuckers. You know, this is not a warrior right here. This is a coward. This is cowardly shit. You know, and Mauricio Suleiman of the WBC, man, I don't think I've ever seen a more pathetic CEO president ever. With the stuff that he do, the stuff he allowed, I've never seen probably a more corrupt motherfucker. You know, off the top of my head, I'm like, man, shit, he's a Mount Rushmore of corrupt motherfuckers. You know, having favoritism. You know, started a clean boxing program, and then fucking now it look like you weaponizing. weaponizing this PED shit, giving dudes passes, changing the levels of clenbuterol, telling dudes, hey, he didn't mean it. But, it is what it is. We know he don't keep the same energy with every situation. If you from Tijuana or some shit, then yeah, you in there like swimwear. So a lot of discrimination going on in the sport, a lot of favoritism going on in the sport, and a lot of inferior ass boxing motherfuckers in the sport. They need to be up out of here, man. The PEDs need to be out, and these weak ass fighters need to be out, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fading away anyway, man. But it's just pathetic that it's like these dudes not even trying to hide it no more. They just out, WC, they don't care. Mauricio, he just arrogant motherfucker. He don't care. Like, yep, I'm gonna look out for my own. I don't care. Fuck y'all. Fuck what y'all think. He did the shit on accident, nigga. Immediate rematch. Allow you fight. Get back in there. Otherwise, we're gonna get somebody else in here. And either way, it's gonna be a W for us. So yeah, man, flame of shame to that whole situation. Anybody that's with it and supporting it, flame of shame to you, man. You're like a little roach or something to me. You know what I'm saying? You way beneath my shoes. If this is the shit that you own, if you applaud this type shit, the WBC should have been gone. They should have been moved on from that shit. You know, I've said over the last, I think 3 or 4 years, they need to just drop that section body, and the other 3 need to try to do something else. But these governing bodies, they going too far, man. They're going too far, and they are already dehumanizing this shit now to where they don't care about the health of the athletes, man. Dudes that's working their ass off. You seeing dudes that's desperate. There's too much desperation in the sport, and too many, governing officials that are trying to help, these inferior non-fighting ass motherfuckers who can't just do it without the juice. So yeah, man. Bother or not on this side, man, these dudes are, like I say, they keep throwing their attention over to Snack and everybody else, but don't want to talk about the main ones that's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Where the test is actually, and these fucking substances is coming up. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about some conspiracy theories, and some shit that happened in the past or whatever the case. When present day, motherfuckers is cheating. They lining up. It's piling up. These damn cheaters, man. And dudes is quiet. You know what I'm saying? Crickets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of these dudes ain't true to this, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been speaking and keeping the same energy for years, man. It ain't no change up. It's been the same shit consistently, And now some people want to kind of dibble and dabble and talk about the cheating shit that go on in sport, and other people don't, you know. Me and Trav been the only one. Trav been doing it longer than me. Shout out to Trav. And I caught your video, Trav. You know what I mean? It's pathetic, bro, at this point, man. It's pathetic, that people got such a problem with individuals that just want to see a fair fight. Fair fight. I didn't know nothing about all that extra weak fighting ass motherfuckers that got to do extra shit until I started watching boxing. It was all about catching a fair one, man. When I came up, it wasn't like, oh shit, hold up. Oh wait, you want to fight me? Well, give me 2 days. Shit, I know I'm about to do. I'm about to go, motherfucker. I'm about to juice up, nigga. I'm about to get roided out. No, nigga, right there, shoot a fair one. These dudes don't want to shoot a fair one because they weak. They weak. So I'm just sick of the weak energy in boxing. I'm sick of these weak, inferior motherfuckers that can't box, And that's why motherfuckers is trying to minimize the talent level down so that these weak motherfuckers can have a chance. It's weak, man. A lot of these dudes to keep cheating and getting off, and they still gonna end up getting their ass whooped anyway. You know what I mean? This was gonna end up happening. You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody who cheat like this, like say he get fucked off in his next fight, stop, and where he's so fucked off to where he can't fight no more after this fight, nobody gonna care. We're gonna be like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cheating ass motherfucker. You didn't care about the health of Goliath, you fight. So if your health get fucked off in your next fight, it would be good. Like, great. About time. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is just going in there doing all kind of shit for advantages. So, hey, if you just 1 or 2 or 3 channels to speak up, I'm gonna be one of them 2 or 3 for sure. That's all I got for this one, man. Flame of Shame. To the weakest camp in boxing, the Reynoso camp. The weakest organization, governing body in boxing, the WBC, Flame of Shame. And Flame of Shame to everybody to support that shit. Y'all weak. Flame of Shame. I'm out.